Hello all you hardcores out there and all you haters and trolls out there. I've got one thing to say to you. Keep watching. Right, I'm going to go straight in balls deep. Right, I'm going to go balls deep and I'm just going to say it as I see it. Because I've got this thing going round in my head at the moment. And what I've got going round in my head is something that I can't get out of my head. And it's the Tyson Fury Wilder fight in America. Now, so what I'm going to do, I've not got anything wrote down. I'm just going to come out with what I think's going on in my head, right? And this is how I look at it. You've got Tyson Fury, 27-0, coming off the back of two great wins against Sarifi, a goat herder, and Pianetta, the guy that Tyson said he were going to turn into an Italian sausage. His words, not mine. Tyson Fury's words. Now, we were told before both of them fights that Tyson was stronger, faster, quicker than a speeding bullet. Oh my god, it was like somebody talking about Superman. Superman. Studio. Oh. Or is it Superman? Fucking Superman. Well, when was the last time Tyson stopped somebody? What, at Aimer or Chisora? Well, they're C-class, aren't they? Now, people say you don't hammer Tyson. No, I'm not going to hammer him. He's a fantastic, masterful boxer. And when I say masterful, I say masterful. When he was fighting before, he was the lineal champion of the world, 2015. But that's 2015. Now, since then, we're 3 years on. Now, 3 years in boxing's a long time. 3 hours in boxing, you can put £3 on. 3 months in boxing, you can be fucking finished. Now, as far as I'm concerned, at the moment, Tyson is in a predicament where he wants to earn a few quid. Now he's come back, he's signed with Frankie the Fish, and let's have it right. Tyson used to go around back in the day and he never had a good word to say about Frank Warren, did he? Am I right? Now all of a sudden they're fucking holding hands on Piers Morgan Good Morning TV with Piers and Susanna. They're holding hands. Now that's not the Tyson that I know. But it's amazing what people are doing it for a pound note. Now, I'm not hammering Tyson, he's a masterful boxer. But I'm going to say he's a masterful boxer compared to somebody like me. Because I'm not a boxer, am I? I can have a fight, but I'm not in his league, am I? But Tyson, I should really say this, was a masterful boxer. Do you think Sarifi or Pianetta had have gone 2 rounds with Tyson 3.5 years ago? Come on. You're talking to me, you're talking to Porky. Now, I personally think Tyson's back for a pound note. But that's my opinion, innit? But what are people like Tyson involved in boxing for? Why has he come back? He's won every belt. He's a millionaire. He's won every belt. He's saying he needs the WBC belt for the collection. But I spoke to Tyson and I've got voicemails from him and big long direct messages off him on Twitter, you know, not long ago. And he's saying he's done with boxing, he ain't got time for boxing now. But all of a sudden he's come back. He's with Ben Davidson, he's a young trainer. He's trained Billy Joe to a win in Paisley and he's trained Tyson to 2 fights. Sarifi and Pianetta. So Ben's 3-0 as a trainer. He's not got a knockout on his record yet. Is Ben one of them trainers that he wants his fighters to win on points? or is any of his wins as a trainer going to be a knockout? I don't know. That remains to be seen. But let's look at the facts. Tyson's not on weight. He hasn't been on the same weight as he were against Vladimir in his last 2 fights. He's still overweight. His body looks totally different. The power looks to me like it's gone. Now, that's very harsh, but I think the power's gone. Now, them fighters, they wouldn't have lasted 2 minutes. They wouldn't have lasted 2 minutes with the Tyson of old. The Tyson of 2014, 2015, he'd have got Sarifi out. Now, time waits for no man. Now, people keep saying, yeah, he's only 30, he's only 30. Listen, Nigel Benn retired at 31. Barry McGuigan retired at 27, what it? 27, 26, 27? Might have been 28. Barry McGuigan were finished in his 20s. Tyson's 31 next birthday. I don't want to hear all this bullshit people keep saying he's in his prime, he's in heavyweight, they don't mature while they're 32. Listen to me. Listen. Did he look in shape in his last 2 fights? No. Now people keep saying, no, he's got to get back in shape and... Now, as far as I'm concerned, it's not the Tyson of old. We're dealing with a shadow of the man. But if you can pick up a few million here, there and everywhere for just doing your job, you're going to do it, aren't you? It's a business. But look who we're dealing with here. Right, we're dealing with Frank Warren, aren't we? He's in the thick of it, isn't he? Frankie the Fish, old fish eyes, call him what you want. The guy's a slippery eel, so people say. I don't say that. Do you know what I call him? I call him a fucking crocodile. Because crocodiles are the most smartest animal, reptile, whatever you want to call them, they're the most smartest out there. Did you know, right? If a crocodile comes up to a boat on a river in Australia, do you know where they have all, where they all live, all them crocodiles? If you put a piece of chicken over that boat and feed that crocodile at 7 minutes past 2 on a Sunday afternoon, and then you drive off in your boat and you've never been there before again, did you know if you go back there that next day at 7 minutes past 2, you will see that same crocodile? Tests have been proven, right? People might hammer me on here and say, what you're talking about, Porky, you're off your head. Every single day that crocodile will come back at that time because it thinks it's getting fed, doesn't it? Now Frank Warren, he's been feasting on people since 1980. He was putting unlicensed shows on in the 70s, wasn't he, with Lenny McLean and Pretty Boy Roy Shaw, and you know, some of the shows they put on were fucking abysmal for that fucking East End lot down there. None of them would be worth a fucking meg if they had a fight now, would they? They'd get punched upside down, wouldn't they? If they fought nowadays with Lenny McLean and Roy Shaw. I don't want to hear any of that. Lenny McLean and Roy Shaw, the big hard men. If they were fucking hard men, they'd have been fighting for Mickey Duff, wouldn't they? Hey? I mean, I'm not going to say any names, but I do know fighters back in the day. And if you go speak to anybody who goes to Royal Oak or Thomas a Beckett, they'll tell you that Lenny McLean and Roy Shaw, they tried their hand at that and it just wasn't for them. But they were just basically fucking doormen who got money out of a fight. But I don't want to talk about them. We're talking about Tyson. Where's Tyson going? He's on a Fish Eyes Frank deal, 4-fight deal. He's had 2 fights. He's got 2 fights left. Now, in my opinion, I've got a theory, and I want everybody to listen to Porky's theory. Now, Shelley Finkel, he's a wise old fox, 80-year-old. They've got Deontay Wilder and Al Heyman's backing Wilder. Now they want the big femi money, don't they? The big dosser, the big weightlifter. Call him what you want, he's got 4 belts, Joshua. Yeah, he ain't beat Tyson for belts. They've got him by hook or by crook, but they've got him, haven't they? Right, they've got them fucking belts. Nobody can do nothing about it. What you've got Frank Warren, in my opinion. I think he's done a deal with Shelley Finkel. Yeah, people can say, oh, you're guessing, Porky. I'm not fucking guessing. I know how Frank Warren works. Frank, do you know what his middle name used to be back in the day when Dennis Hobson used to deal with Frank? Right? You can ask anybody this. Ask Dennis Hobson this. Frank used to be known as Frank, I fuck them before they fuck you. Fuck them before they fuck you, Warren. That's his nickname. Frank, fuck them before they fuck you, Dennis. Warren. And the other nickname he used to have was Frank, Mr. fucking Home Advantage Warren. Billy Joe Saunders, where's he been for his last 3 fights? Scotland, fucking America and Canada, hasn't he? Right. Now where's I might have that wrong, I might have it back to front. But Billy Joe, when was the last time Billy Joe fought in England? When he does fight in England, it's copper box. But where's Tyson fighting next? Frank, Mr. Home Advantage, is sending Tyson not to Vegas, not to New York, Madison Square Garden, not to Hilton or MGM Grand, to some fucking basketball court in Los Angeles. Now why would Frank do that? Think about it. Tyson's his prized asset, but Frank is sending him on the road. Now Tyson he'd probably sell out, wouldn't he, in England? But they're sending him on road, Frank. Why's that? I've got a theory and I'm going to tell you. I think Frank's done a deal with Finkel. And that Finkel and Frank are not bothered who wins. Finkel probably wants Wilder to win, but if Wilder beats Tyson, the fight with Joshua's going to be massive. Now, I'm tipping Wilder to beat Tyson Fury because I don't think Tyson's been active enough, and I don't think he's himself. I think he's come back for money. I hope he proves me wrong. Hey, listen, I've got pictures of Tyson in my house. I've met him a few times. He once rung me up in Doncaster. Come and meet me, Russ. I'm at my brother-in-law's dad's jewellers. We're going to move a table. I went down there and they moved it when I got down there. It's a true story, ask anybody. I've met Tyson a few times at his gym, at Peter's gym. He's a nice enough kid. We went for a bite to eat up at the front gym. I went to pay and he said, you're not fucking paying. You've come here and you've brought us all these big pictures. Because I was involved in the picture frame industry at one point a few years ago, and I took a few over there. And he said, you're not paying, Russ. We all end up having something to eat. Me and Dave Allen, a great kid. Everybody loves him, right. They're the times I've met him. But we're talking boxing here. And I've got to give an opinion. I've got people who follow the channel. Tyson is a patsy. He's donkey fodder for Wilder. I think Wilder beats Tyson. And I think the fight with Joshua is fucking massive. That's my opinion. And I think Frank has got some of the action. Wilder beats Tyson. He's got some of the action with Joshua. Otherwise Frank won't be taking Joshua over there. It might only be a slight little 5% cut. It might just be £1 million. I don't know, but if Wilder beats Tyson Fury, Wilder's going to fight Joshua. I've said it. And that fight with Joshua is massive. Now why are they delaying naming Dillian White as the fighter to fight Joshua? Why the fucking delay? They're not going to announce that. They're not going to announce that till Tyson and Wilder are done. Because if Wilder ices Tyson, they're going to scream blue murder, aren't they? Shelley Finkel is going to scream to fight Joshua in April at Wembley. That's what's going to happen. But if Tyson beats Wilder, there's a rematch to fight Wilder. So Frank gets another bite at cherry. And then if Tyson loses in that rematch, there'll be a fucking third. So Frank has got himself in the thick of it. He can't fucking lose, can he? If Tyson loses against Wilder, Wilder's going to fight Joshua. Sure as eggs are eggs. If Tyson wins, there's a rematch. And if Tyson wins again, he gets Joshua in a mega fight. Frank wins again, doesn't he? All the roads lead to Frankie the fucking Fish. I'm telling you now. All the roads lead to him. Now people can say, Porky, you're being fucking crazy. I'm not fucking crazy. I'm just somebody that studies the fucking game. I've been around this game too long to let dickheads send me fucking emails talking utter shit. Some of the emails that I have to go through on a daily basis to porkycorner@mail.com from fucking plant pots, starting off the email nice, then fucking sticking it to me. You fucking plant pots. You plant pots. I get them forwarded on by James, and when I get them, I just laugh. Now let me tell you this. That's just boxing, innit? It's all part and parcel of it. That's why I'm not on Twitter, and that's why Rico won't let me go on YouTube and reply to all you fucking mongers out there. But it's just an opinion. But who would have thought that I'd be getting threatening emails threatening me with my life for talking about Matchroom and for just giving an opinion on boxing? Because you know all these people in boxing, nobody's got no knackers. Come and knock on my fucking door if you've got a problem. Everybody knows where I live. Come and knock on the door. But the bottom line is this. Tyson Fury, he's a patsy. He's the patsy. Frank Warren's on a winner to know. He's not bothered. People keep saying, Frank, can you tell us about if Wilder and Fury's got a rematch clause? And he won't go into detail. Because they ain't got a rematch clause if Wilder wins. There's no rematch clause. Shelley Finkel's not fucking stupid. If Wilder beats Tyson Fury, do you honestly think for 1 minute that they're going to have a fucking rematch clause? Now are they fucked? They're going to go for Joshua. They're going to want them big money. Tyson's going to slide down to number 3, innit? He's going to be the guy that you fight when you can't get a big fight like that. It's still pay-per-view, but he's not going to be top 2, is he? All roads lead to Joshua Wilder. I know what I'm saying is right. I study the game, and I'm telling you now that Frank Warren, Frankie the Fish, call him what you want, he's a slippery eel. He's a crocodile. Look at him. Look at his face on him here. Look at him when he goes bitter. Look at him there. Here's a picture for you here. Look at this one here. Look at this one. We all remember what happened here, don't we? When he came over to fight Julius Francis in Scotland, Mike Tyson punched him upside down, didn't he? Hey? Punched him upside down, tried to throw him through an hotel window. Now, we all know he ended up with no purse. For that fight, we were going to sue him. He kept his full purse, so he didn't do bad. He got an instant settlement, didn't he? They're probably going to fucking rip him off anyway, but I can assure you that Mike Tyson punched him upside down in that hotel. I don't give a fuck what anybody says. Everybody in boxing knows the story. It's alright you sitting there, Frank, sticking your finger up at people, but there's no to be ashamed of, Frank. Mike Tyson punching you upside down in that hotel. Don't be ashamed of it, Frank. You know, you can wear it as a badge of honour. How can you deal with somebody like Mike Tyson? He punched you upside down, smashed you to the body, and he tried to throw you through a window while you were squealing like a pig. But don't be embarrassed about it, Frank. Look at Eddie there, he's not bothered, is he? Hairplugs Eddie. The Americans call him Hairplugs Eddie, don't they? Have you noticed how look at the bottom in the corner there. See that? Hatman strikes back. For all you boxing hardcores out there, right? He'll deny this. But I can assure you that Hatman Strikes Back and Sporting Icons YouTube, they are Eddie Hearn's biggest fans on YouTube after Cougan Cassius. Anybody got a problem? Come and see me. Everybody knows where my birthday party is going to be on 19th of October. Come and see me. You're all welcome. You got a problem? Now, but getting back to Frankie the Fish. Fish Eyes Frank. The guy is a crocodile. Slippery. You know when you're in a room with a snake, do you know what you've got to do? You've got to put the light on. Because this is one snake. Now, People can say, oh, he's turned over a new leaf, he's with BT Sport, blah blah blah. What happened to Box Nation? Where's Box Nation now? Where's Box Nation going? Look at Frank there with Don King. Right? What a lot of people don't know, that 3 weeks after this picture, Don King and Frank, they ended up serving papers on each other and battling it out in court. Frank ended up losing £7.2 million. About $10 million at the time. Everybody Frank Warren ever comes into touch with, they end up in court. He's 45-2, suing people. And one of them was the Calzaghe incident, which he lost, and he sued his lawyer and got damages. So basically he's 45-1 and a draw, isn't he? In his head. Him and Billy Joe, they're going to be at it soon. I mean, all this chat about, well, they're going to be suing this and that. They're not suing anybody, are they? It's just talking it. Supreme Court and all that. It's a ninth tier court, the Supreme Court. That'll take years to get there. Well, Frank can scream all he wants. He's found a way to get involved in the Joshua Wilder Tyson Fury mix. Good luck to him. He's got his head in there, but deep down, we all know what Frank is, don't we? He'll take all your money off you and hang your out to dry. Now, that's just boxing, isn't it? He's been doing it for what, nearly 40 years. He's an hard-nosed businessman. There is some things about him that I like. He's a survivor. I like the fact he didn't grass Terry Marsh up, but he didn't do him any favours either, did he? Because Terry ended up a year on remand, but he didn't grass him up in his statement. But the bottom line is this: he's an hard-nosed businessman that's involved in boxing, and boxers in boxing are pieces of meat, aren't they? Frank ain't bothered about Tyson Fury, he ain't bothered about Billy Joe. All he's bothered about is himself. That's how you've got to be. You can't get on these, he's my new best friend, he's my new best friend, you know, like Eddie Hearn. Because deep down, Eddie Hearn used to say that about Lee Purdy, didn't he? And do you remember Eddie coaching? Me and Eddie, we are blood brothers. Go on IFL, Eddie Hearn's there. Me and Eric coaching, we're blood brothers. Well, where's Eric coaching now? If Eric coaching or Lee Purdy knocked on Eddie's door and asked for 50 quid, would they get 50 quid off him? Would they fucking hell us like? There's no blood brothers, it's boxing, isn't it? Harsh reality. Very, very harsh reality. Now, like I've just said to you, my opinion is this: Tyson loses to Wilder. Wilder fights Joshua, and Frank gets a slice of the action. Tyson beats Wilder. He fights Wilder in a rematch. And if he beats him then, he then goes on to Joshua. Frank's not bothered, he's Mr. 20% all the way through, so he'll get 3 fights out of it. That's 60% of a 3 fights. Jesus. Throw all undercards in and all everything else, he's probably on as much as fighters. People need to wake up and smell the gravy. Smell the gravy. I'm talking facts here. Got a problem? Frank's got a problem? You get my phone number. Not a problem, he can phone me anytime he wants. He's an hard-nosed businessman. He's bordering on a villain, isn't he? We know that, but he knows the game, doesn't he? He's been the top promoter from mid-80s up to Eddie Hearn coming on the scene. He's had his nose pushed out by Eddie Hearn, and if you look at the statistic, Frank's really, he's going to have to put something together to stick one on Eddie in him, because if you look at the middleweight division now, super middle, light heavyweight and the heavyweight division, that's 20 belts, 4 belts a weight, 20 belts. I think as of next week, Eddie's probably got 13 of them belts. Besides Baturbia, he's got 13 out of 20 belts. That to me is a fucking monopoly, global domination. And good luck, I don't mind Eddie Hearn actually. I don't like the stub up, and I don't like the pay-per-view, but other than that, he's a fucking hard worker, and he comes from a background where his dad were from a council house, and his dad's an hard worker. They've done well. They told a few porkies, yeah. They're filling everybody full of shit. There's a lot. They do a lot of cringe stuff, don't they? Sweet Caroline and blah de blah. But he's managed to get his son in a position, and he's doing well for his son. So I admire that. People are saying, yeah, well, you want him on your channel, don't you? Listen, if he don't come on my channel, is it going to make any fucking difference to me and my lifestyle? Let me tell you this. My channel's non-profit. We don't make a profit. Alright? We do it for nothing. There's no money coming my way. If Eddie Hearn comes on my channel and does 300,000 views in an interview, and I get stuck into him and piss him off, what am I going to get out of that? I'm going to get fucking nothing, aren't I? Nothing, no money. So it don't mean anything to me, does it? But I'm going to leave you with this. Look at the face on that. Look at the face on that. That's why we call him Old Fish Eyes. Look at that. Can you imagine that? When he found out that Billy Joe Saunders had been stripped, vacated, whatever, they're coming out saying vacated. Look, bottom line is this. Somebody's give Billy Joe something. He's probably not done it his son. I don't think he's that way inclined. He don't need to. He's a masterful boxer. The kid's pound for pound top 15 easily. He's an undefeated masterful boxer like Tyson. But bottom line is this. Somebody's giving him something, and the rules behind the scenes, they're going to bear the consequences. But if it goes to court, it goes to court. Billy's going to have to get his checkbook out, innit? But then you've got to look at this. Is Tyson Fury being fated as the lineal champion like Frank Warren? I'm going to leave you with this. Is he the lineal champion? Well, he beat the man who beat the man, didn't he? Whatever you want to call it. But Frank's not exactly putting him on at home, is he? Mr. Frank Warren. Home advantage Frank Warren. Tyson's fighting in fucking Los Angeles on a basketball court. Do me a fucking favour. It's not exactly Madison Square Garden or MGM Grand, innit? Out! In bed. But, don't put your foot down when kids start walking in. Yeah, I scared you. Go on, get in that bed, boy. I'll come and see you in a minute. I'm filming. But getting back to where I was saying there, Tyson's lineal champion, whether you say he is yes or no, bottom line is this. Is he a patsy? Is he being lined up to make the Wilder-Joshua fight bigger? Or is he there to beat Wilder? I don't know, but my opinion is this. I think he's the patsy, because he's not in shape, is he? He's not the Tyson of 3 years ago. And I think he's a patsy. I think he's there for Frank to feed to Wilder, and Frank to get a cut of the Joshua Wilder cake. Because if I'm wrong, I'm wrong. But I can assure you, if Tyson loses to Wilder and Wilder fights Joshua, I bet Frank Warren's got fighters on undercard. I can guarantee you that. Frank Warren is involved with that. He's in the thick of the mix. And Tyson's the patsy. That's my opinion. I'm entitled to it. Shout out to my sponsors, Colourworks, K Official, Ali Churchill's, Taylor's in Doncaster. Peace out.